Number 5, we on and popping every single day. We coming again. Y'all know what we got to do on a regular basis. We got to make it make sense. So no further ado, we finna get into it right now. Welcome to the bigger play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. Check this out with me, man. Let me know what y'all feel about this one.
What do you pay? 50-50?
No. Can y'all please help me make it make sense with all this different talk about money on, the money on? What is it? Right now, talk to me. I take my lady out. She gotta eat. I gotta eat. No issue. The bill come back 150. Boom. Is it I gotta pay for this every single time at all times? Because my lady might pop up and be like, man, baby, if you want me to get the tip or woo, I'm gonna get the tip, or if I wanna pay, I'll pay today, I'll pay them. If you pay for a dinner 5 times at 150 a pop, 5 times, 150, 150, that's 3. 150, 150, that's 3, that's 6. Another 150, that's 750. How long before your lady, she works, she getting money, supposed to step up and be like, oh, whoa. Every other dinner on me or every 5, like, is she supposed to just be like, here, baby, I'm going to take care of that? Or do you just got your money so long that you could just pay for everything? Cool. You want to have 3 or 4 of them, or they want to have you. 5 of them want to have you. That's 750 times 5. Now you got a problem. It's $3,000, give or take. Like, what we doing? Can y'all make that make sense for me? I guess we talking to the ladies. And fellas, you can have a perspective, but you the one spending all the got money. So help me figure out where did we go till we get to a point where now he paying everything. Which is cool if that's what you cool with. But you just spend. When do it come back? We're talking about sitting down, getting to know somebody. And then I put 150 out there. Whew, do it really take 150? Nah. I remember a time where we could just, even now, how I move, and it's respect to the people that I deal with, because I don't really, it's the integrity for me over everything. But I done dealt with, I just spent a few dollars and didn't crack. I had to look in the mirror and say, nigga, what you simping? What you doing? I had to make it make sense. It really wasn't making sense. But she was bad, though. And the day she gave me a chance to crack, she was drunk. Nah, I ain't want it like that. If we locked in and we having drunken sex or something, that's cool, but I ain't finna, nah, I ain't even want it like that. I was like, really? It was a turn off, so I cut her clean off, because I wasn't with that. I didn't want that smoke. But I'm going to need y'all to help me make it make sense. We sitting down getting to know each other over, I would say, let's go to brunch. See, my thing is, I'm going to take your ass to breakfast, I'm going to take you to brunch. So that's going to let me know what the vibe is so I can initiate a next date, which is dinner, and you know what? So we're going to be talking about these type of things regularly because this is where we at now. The conversation is here. You know, a lot of people like, man, can we talk about something else? Can we? Hell no. This is what's happening. 50-50. You seen her. Make it make sense. She ain't even know the man. Pay for this. Women be bold. I done seen a lot of women, been around a lot of women, been in contact with a lot of women, been in a lot of women's presence, and I done seen some of the most. I'm gonna tell you quick, I got my own money. I don't need no man to pay. Stop lying. You can have your own money all day. But why you do want him to pay? What's all this pay talk, man? Y'all gotta inform me. Cause I'm from a time to where, we went to the bowling alley and had us a few little pieces of pizza, some little fried chicken, and got to know each other. And I'm talking about crack. You can crack right there. However, it was a little more level of respect back then, because people was moving a little different. So if she like you like her, y'all was going based on that. It wasn't a transaction. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a transactional situation. And then nowadays, you want me to pay, you don't even know me. It's really. And then after I do that, you ready to go take off and shoot to the crib or go get tapped in with somebody else. Even though this ain't a pay attention segment, you really, I'm telling you right now, hashtag make it make sense. You really need to pay attention and make it make sense. Right now on the Make It Make Sense segment. That's wicked, man. So can y'all help me make it make sense, please? Can we do that? If we can, talk to me. Because that's when, it ain't looking good, man. It's looking real bleak. It ain't looking good at all. I'm looking at the Make It Make Sense like, can you pay for all this, young man? All this is on you. And we're going to need you to pay for everything. You make it make sense for me right now. Man, what's up with y'all out there, man? How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Yeah. We just getting started. We getting our roll on. I'm going to be down here every day. And then soon to be, boom, in front of y'all. Working on the phone. We working on the electronics. We working on the technical aspect of it. So we working on to get the phones and stuff. And get them links so we can call in. So y'all can call in. And we can have y'all on video. And we can see some of them old teeth that you ain't brushed. Yeah. Yeah. See how good you look. See them nails that ain't did, young lady. Yeah. I know by looking at you if your feet stink. All right. All right, we're going to the next segment. I need you to hashtag right now. A young lady speaking on the downside of OnlyFans. But I'm going to let her say it. Because she said this. I didn't. Hashtag that right now. Fuck it.
Happen is I got a teenage son and they're fucking obsessed with me. They fucking sing my songs in his school. They talk about like how hot of a mom I am. And my son's friends started finding my OnlyFans. So now it's hard for me to promote, and because now my son's going to school like getting teased and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's hard having a teenage son and being a hot mom.
Is you a hot mom? Or is you a hot thizzot? Now, she said it, I didn't. You got your OnlyFans. And most likely you're on there doing the, you know what? Now, we in an era where you got a grown son at the age of 15, 16, even younger, or maybe a little older, give or take. They looking at things that you may not deem appropriate, but they got the phone in their hand. And with that phone, Pandora's box could be open. Because at the flick of the wrist, at the flick of the fingertip, you can bloom. And if the algorithm is working like how to, now she said this, I did not. Keep it up. Hashtag she said it, I didn't. Because I'm just going on what she said. Now with the algorithm, boom. There go my mama. What? What's her OnlyFans? Bink. Who is that man? Why her chest out? Bro, you sent your mom on it, you did? My mama what? Dude, that ain't, man, don't play with me. Man, your mama on it. We're going to get away from that part, but now you click on there. Back blowed out. Whew. Now this pay attention. Make it make sense. She said it, I didn't. It's all wrapped up. Can y'all please talk to me about the OF? Because the OF gone. See, I'm grown man. So I feel like, man, people grown. You got to let people do them. So I'm grown. So I ain't tripping. I'm going to get on there and tap in. Let me look at it. She say she hot. Is you hot, baby? Is you hot? Let me see what you're working with. I'm going to even tap in on it. So let me see, because I'm grown with that, right? But this the thing. Now the little baby finna come through and say, what's she doing? Is that my mama? Then his friend finna be like, man, your mama, my uncle cracking your mama. And then, because you doing it like that, it might not even be a personal one-on-one. The other cousin, friend, daddy, might be cracking it. Or the friend, mama's sister might be cracking because you know they going. She said it, I didn't. Say she a hot mom. I'm trying to figure it out. We on, it's an OnlyFans thing now. Talk to me about OnlyFans. I'm just getting y'all warmed up because everybody got an OnlyFans. Everybody. I even got one. I just ain't got no balls, so I ain't gonna be on there. You did? I'm gonna get it like this here. But what's up with the OF? They getting it cracking. They ain't on there busting it down to the easy check. You know, you getting them subs, you get that little income, you get from them little subscriptions, and those little $3 to $10 to $15 to $20 a month, they get to adding up if you putting that content out there a certain type of way. Now, I ain't gonna lie, people be having to go through things to navigate to where they trying to get to. So to me, when that's involved, I would say, okay, morals and ethics, you become compromised right there if that's the case. But it's a free world, free enterprise. So now I wouldn't even have to, you got to deal with the kids, it's there forever. And you know, I be thinking like this. Man, my baby girl gonna see this. I ain't got no daughters, but I got nieces, I got baby girls that I love, my little families and stuff like that. But the baby girl gonna see this. How would I feel if she was to see this? At the time, you feel like, nah, I ain't finna push that type of narrative on my little baby. But then again, when you say to yourself, let me try to protect her from these things until she become of age, and you might have a little leeway into giving yourself a reason to say it's okay for me to do that. So that's what we at with it. And people growing up, people talk about the kids, but it's faster now. It's faster now. Kids are seeing things behind your back. Some little girl in the school and snuck a little phone in the school. You don't know it. They go to the bathroom on the outside. Hey, little Lex, look at this, little Lex. You know, and then he get to looking at that. I don't know. Try to be open and honest and transparent with your kids. You want them to come home and say, hey, Pops, this is what happened to me today, but they scared because you was once a kid, so you understand how this thing go. And it can go a real different way. So you gotta be aware of the fact that these things is taking place with your kids having insight and access to these things. And you may think you're doing the best you can, which we try to circumvent certain things a different way and try to push something else in that space so our kids don't be affected by, well, what you at, in the clouds? The lady just sat up here and said what she said. Now, I'm being I'm being cool, calm, and collected, but in a minute we're gonna get real. It's time to get real in a minute. Cause she said it herself. Y'all heard her. She say y'all heard what that lady said? She say, I'm a hot mom. You heard her. Don't get it twisted. So I'm hot. That's what she said that. So if it's a downside, why do it? If you feel like that, she said that. It's a downside, why do it? Why get an OnlyFans if you know your kid's gonna eventually see it and you might not want the backlash that come with that? Why do it? Gotta ask yourself these questions. Why go put that play together if you feel as though I don't want to have to explain myself? Why put that play together? How well protected are your children? Isolated away from what you doing. When you got a phone out here at the flick of the wrist, you could just, at the flick of the wrist, at the flick, take that finger, you scroll over, boom. Do you got one? I know so many people with them. I know a lot of people with them. But if we're going to be grown about it, you over there, you get naked in the shower, you ain't even getting cracked. Get cracked. We don't want to see you getting. So we adults, okay? So we're going to have an adult conversation. I know you think you're hot, mama, but your girlfriend, I need something to look at when I step over there and spend my $3.99 a month. $12.99, $26.99, whoa. I was trying to see what was to it. So, my connection with subscribing to OnlyFans just ain't there because I be busy how I be moving. But I be wanting to see what's going on. Is it gonna be some, over? Is it gonna be over? It's gonna be up there. Is it gonna be turned up when I go over there and check you out? Is it finna be turned up? Is I'm finna see a beautiful fupa? Is I'm finna see something so round and juicy and so fresh and big and thick and I don't wanna go nowhere else? I've come under the impression that was a lie. She said it, I didn't. I'm just bringing it to your attention and I'm watching it with you. And I appreciate you right here with me, watching that, what she said. And I didn't. And you didn't, but she did. So I just be asking the question. That's all. And I'm gonna need you to hashtag she said it, I didn't right now. Okay? And we'll get back to that later. So I'm also need you to pay attention, which is we going into the next segment. Y'all see that segue? Y'all like how I did that, huh? Oh yeah. Get used to it, because we here. We stand. We ain't going nowhere. Now, let's deal with dating in 2024. Let's deal with it. I'm gonna need you to pay attention because it's finna get tricky.
Girl, I put it down. Got his ass knocked out like he took some Theraflu. Yeah, girl. Oh, he put it down too. This one ain't going nowhere. And even if he did, I got some of his sperm in the freezer. In case he decides he want to take a little trip. I'm gonna make his ass a daddy. And I'm gonna put him on child support. He ain't gonna never see his kid. Daddyana. You got the right one today, girl.
What's up?
I'm here, baby. You out?
Yeah, I think I'm about to go.
Where you about to go?
To the police station.
Girl, let me call you back. Hold on. Where do you think you about?
Woo. A lot of people don't realize how serious it's animated, seem funny, seem real fictitious. It's a reality to that right there, what you just saw. A big reality. We all know, we done heard stories about Drake. Yep, the condom is in the condom and yada this, but man, one thing I'm gonna need you to do, young men, pay attention to these things. Don't just take it as comedy, because that comedy could turn into a real reality for you. And here it is. You've been forced into fatherhood because it's a person in their feelings. You have to be very, very meticulous and strategic of who you choose to lay with, because they play baby games all day long. I ain't come on. I did this. I'm sorry. They'll do it. And to some of them, not all of them, some of them wicked, but to some of them, no fault of their own, because it's a component that exists within the young lady that allows her to be doing certain things that she may feel she need to do, her upbringing, her whereabouts, the information she been given growing up as a young lady. So she trying to figure certain things out, even though that's dangerous. Very, 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 very dangerous. My man say, I'm going to the police, bitch. I just overheard everything you just said. I'm out of here. But the fact that it's a reality to somebody that's saying to themselves, ooh, he ain't going nowhere. If he think he gonna play with me, then that fool got another thought coming, because I ain't the one to play with, and they out here. Yeah. It's both ways, but right now we dealing with that, because men can't force motherhood on you. That's a fact. So pay attention to that. Men cannot force motherhood on a woman. Can't do it. But she can most definitely force fatherhood on that young man. Okay? You got to pay attention to the games that being played with you. You got to. Okay? You got a young lady. Y'all laying together. Y'all haven't had a discussion about having a child. Even though she ain't on that type of time. At that particular time, she ain't on that. Y'all laying together. You trust her. She trusts you to a certain extent, if not 100%. I like that. To a certain extent, if not 100%. Now, anyway, she pop up. I need to talk to you. It's important. You ring her phone when you get a break from the job, because you should be working as a young man. You should be doing something valid with your time. Yeah, we're going to implement some gems while we're in there. Anyway, you call her. Hey, baby, what's happening? Baby, I just took a test. I'm pregnant. Now, as a stand-up guy, I just said you trusted her. So if you trust her, guess what you automatically feel? Oh, this is my baby. Now, your reaction could be your reaction, because I don't know your life and your upbringing, but as a stand-up guy, you got to let her know, wow, whatever you feel, however you feel it, fake or real, whatever you want to do, I suggest you be real, but it's real, because you might not want. Okay, baby, look, I'm finna leave the job. I'm on my way to get you. We need to talk. Now, if you're excited, you just like, oh my God, I'm finna have a baby. Thank you. God, if you believe in God, whatever you believe in, but you can feel something in your spirit and in your heart when somebody tell you they pregnant and you want it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm finna have a legacy. I'm finna have a little junior, or I'm finna have a little juniorette. Is there such thing as a juniorette? Yeah, I just told you. I'm finna have a little juniorette. Boom. You excited. You just overwhelmed. You pull up on her. She jump in the car. Baby, I'm pregnant. I don't know what I want to do. You tell her, baby, I want this. I love this. And I don't think it's nobody else better suited for me to have it with. No, baby, I don't know. You want it. She don't. She doubtful. For whatever reason. Not because you're a dirty man, not because you're a man that don't take care of her, not because you're emotionless, you don't listen to her, not because of none of that. It's just something going on with her. What she say, nah. She go terminate the baby, and you wanted the baby. Okay. Now, she texts you. You call her back. Hello, I'm pregnant. Wow. Baby, you sure? I'm sure. You still trust her, so I ain't gonna throw her under the bus. I ain't gonna ask her, is it mine who you is? No, none of that. We're gonna stand on it. But you confused because your upbringing been a little different, and you might be young and you might not be prepared, you might not be ready. You shoot, you pick her up. She get in that car. Boom. Baby, what's happening? Man, baby, I'm pregnant. My body just feel a certain type of way. It's something that I feel I want to have, and I think you're a good guy for the job. You letting her know, baby, I can't do it. Right now, I can't do it. I didn't know things kind of happening fast. I really don't want it. You really telling her this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just inexperienced. I don't feel like I got to support. You got every excuse in the book. You tell her I don't want it. She can turn around and tell you, well, I'm going to have it. Even though you telling her you don't want it, she could turn around and tell you. So I just gave you the exact same situation, two different scenarios based on who the individuals are. She can literally drop that baby up on your head. And now you are forced to be a father. And instead of level minds thinking, if she want it and I don't, if I want it and she don't, level minds thinking like we coming together. We're going to agree on something to the benefit of us and the child. Force fatherhood right on you. Just like that. Easy work. Nasty work. Easy. Yeah. And now you tapped in, not even locked in, but you tapped in because that's what she did to you. You understand that dynamic? So your ass better pay attention. Because so many people out here is in situations, tumultuous, ridiculous, abusive, verbal, mental, emotional, physical, whatever you want to call it, because they did not pay attention to who and what they were dealing with. If you choose to pay attention to who and what you are dealing with, guess what? It will eventually lead you and navigate you to a place of success, success, as opposed to being bombarded, as opposed to being overwhelmed to a point where you want to hurt yourself. And let's not duck. Let's not play duck, duck, goose. Man, you laying down, what are you? That's what we're going to do. We adults. It ain't just about the lay down. That's myopic thinking. That's immature, ignorant thinking. It's about let's be adults. Is this what we want to do? If we say this is what we want to do, that's completely different than we didn't plan this and here it is in front of us and we got options. But we don't. She does. Don't let that go over your head. You heard what I said? You thought I said that we got options. I said that we got options. But we don't. She does. Now, if she respect you, it's only her. If she respect you and she respect your stance, then y'all can have a conversation and it allows me to turn into a we or us thing. And then we can come to an agreement of what we want to do. If we're going to try to facilitate a future, if we're going to try to facilitate some sort of relationship, if we're going to have this child. And if not, what do that leave our relationship at? Whew. It's just a topic for discussion. Because even without the dirty games, we got away from dirty games. I need you to pay attention. You going to pay attention? This is something you need to pay attention to. So be careful how you lay. Be careful how you play. Give or take or not, some are getting away. All right, man. Y'all ready? Hashtag pay attention. That's what I'm going to need you to do. Yeah, we on. Now, guess what? So, we're going to make it make sense. We're going to deal with she said it, I didn't. We're going to pay attention to all of that. And then we're going to come with the reality fact or fiction. Here we go. Check this one out.
You standing with your man, and somebody asks you a question. A male stranger asks you a question. What are you supposed to do?
While I'm right there with my man, and he's talking to me, the stranger. I look at my man like, is he talking to me? Is he talking to us? Like, in other words, like, you address them like, I know he ain't just bypassing my guy and talking to me.
Smart, yeah.
If a male stranger walks up to you and start talking to you, you don't know this man at all.
Directly to the woman.
You are supposed to look at your man, look at the dude who talking to you and do like this.
For sure.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'll be like, who's this? Sure.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, player, how can we help you?
Yeah.
That's how it's really supposed to go. But a lot of girls don't know that. You ain't supposed to carry on with no man you don't know.
What you think? Absolutely true about you carrying on with a man you don't know. This is the truth, especially when your man not present. Now, me personally, I can't remember the last time I had to deal with a situation like that, if ever. I carry myself in a certain type of way, but ignorance is bliss and it's everywhere, you know. So if I was in that situation, if she felt the way, but I really would hope that my lady, my energy will exude me and my lady will understand he can't be talking to me. So it's really not necessary for her to interject to me what he doing unless he being facetious with it, acting like he don't know that I'm there, but I don't know. By that time, I got to be a little slow. What I do notice is I've seen situations where just being a watcher, seeing it, a spectator, where a young lady could really nip it in the bud, or a young lady could push that line. You see, I'm with my man, you ain't gotta be rude. No, you ain't really gotta do all that. If you wanna be honest, act like that man ain't even say nothing to you. Especially if your guy right there. If your guy don't peep it, if you act like you don't say nothing, 90% of the time, dude gonna be like, oh, okay. I can't get over on her. She get it. He gonna fall back. Otherwise, all you gotta do is take your little body or your thick body. Cause I like them thick. They be over here. I like them 6 feet plus. I like them like that. You hear me? Cause we all the same size when we lay down. Anyway, I'm sorry. My bad. Anyway, all you gotta do is somebody say something to you like that. You ain't really gotta say nothing. You take your body and you just, whether your man's saying it or not, right? All you gotta do is this. Circle around him. Wherever your location at, you just circle around him. Put yourself on the opposite side of your guy. Hey, or give your guy a hug, spin on around, boom. Now, whether your guy seen this or not, at this particular time, he got it. And at that point, unless dude got an agenda, you good. He gonna make eye contact, your guy gonna make eye contact. Like sit your goofy at, you know, and then dude goofy, he gonna move around. So, you know, is it a fact? Yeah, that's a fact. Ain't no fiction in this one. You gotta be real crazy about putting people in situations, cause you know, if you're a standing up guy, he willing to go to war about his. And I'm thankful, man, because you know, I'm not a, you know, I hope not. Sometimes I could. Let me see. You know, sometimes I could look like a gorilla, but no, I ain't no gorilla, monstrous, but I don't have these issues. It don't matter. I know you. It ain't even about, you know, it ain't even about that. Respect go a long way. You know, and some people don't understand. So these is facts. You with your lady, you're a humble guy, and you carry yourself a certain type of way. The respect it's gonna be there. Because even I've seen it to where I had to deal with a situation outside in the street. It ain't had nothing to do with no lady, but it was just a situation in the street that didn't have nothing to do with me. But because they felt as I could possibly be a threat, the goal was to possibly neutralize me. And I didn't do nothing to nobody to warrant it coming. So ignorance can come in many different forms. But the way I carried myself said this. You go over there messing with Buddy, you gotta understand what that come with. Man, I ain't trying to fuck all that. Okay, now you go. Now once you cross that, you gotta deal with whatever come with it. So I'm saying that to say this. If he do push the line, that means he's a line pusher. And even without me having to do anything. Not that I got people advocating for me, that I'm telling them to go do something to somebody for what they done to me. No, I don't got to advocate for that. However, the energy will catch up with their ignorance. It most definitely will. So again, if you're out what you got, I don't know if I necessarily do what Corey Holcomb said, unless it's something that it gotta be there. I would just spin around my guy. And if you good on your feet, you just tap your guy, give him a kiss on the cheek, put him on notice. Easy work. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to do no engagement. Slide around. Boom. Now, once he see what's going on, is he gonna pick up real quick? It's all gonna get in line. It's gonna get in line. Cause ain't no way he talking about that situation, and I done been out here moving around my entire life. It ain't luck. And I ain't had to deal with that. You know, when you're in a club atmosphere or something like that, not directly like that, but people ain't knowing, so all right, that's different. That's a little, the atmosphere speaks to certain things. So if you be like, no, I'm here with somebody, oh, okay, babe, my bad, my bad, you're just beautiful, I saw you, okay, all right, and we good. But if you're talking about a singled out situation where it's clear that you with this guy and you ain't got to put your man in no situation, he good. He carrying it very well, you know. But I could be looking at it different because, like I said, I ain't been there. Hey, no, she ain't even with me. She with me, huh? And her buddy might be with me. Oh, see, now I'm getting out of hand. Okay, we're gonna have to stop it now. But fact or fiction, yeah, I'm gonna need you to deal with that one. So hashtag that right now. And it's gonna drop down for you, baby. All right. Now, y'all already know. We're gonna let my man speak, the GOAT, the genius. We're gonna let him speak. I like to say, big salute forever. Kevin Samuels, we're gonna let him speak, and we're gonna see what we doing right now. Hashtag what we doing.
Women want and expect men to pay all 100% of the bills. All, without exception. Don't listen to what they say. This is what they want, and this is what they want. This is what they want, and this is what they expect. So when you hear that woman talk about 50-50, well, can't we do 70-30? That 70-30 only comes along once they feel good that you can actually pay 100%. At least I get a sister on when I was going off on that sister in Houston, talking about you're broke if you don't earn 2 or 3 times as much as me. She said, I will pay for a man to do something if I know and have seen and validated that he makes more money and blah, 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 blah. I give her credit for at least saying the truth. Now, she'll never get that.
What we doing? Is we paying 100% of the bills? Do the women really want you to pay 100% of the bills? I'm here to say absolutely they do. My thing with this, right? And again, RP to the GOAT. You got the whole world following in your footsteps. I want 100K, 6 feet tall, 6 figures. You gotta pay all the bills. It's your high value man. He got the whole, people don't want to admit it. You know, we're gonna get kudos to him real quick. People don't want to admit it. However, this was one of the greatest minds of our time. A lot of people focused on the way the message come across. So they'll try to belittle the message because of the messenger. as opposed to opening up your ears, which I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people, as opposed to opening up your ears and listening to something that could possibly help you obtain the thing that you want. And that's what he brought. Everybody doing a lot of yapping. I tune in, I'm tapped in, because I'm a journalist. Yeah, I'm a content creator, I'm a journalist. So I'm paying attention to a lot of different things. So I tune into a young lady show. She go by the name of Kendra G. She got a single show. And I tune into the show. And I mean, you got thousands and hundreds and thousands of people watching, and you got a great multitude of people calling in trying to cut through. And one thing I realized is they not at all getting the results. And I got that from the genius Kevin Samuels. What your results at? You say you want this. I want high value. I want 100,000. I want 6 feet. I want 6 this. I want 7 this. I want. Okay. Why your energy ain't garnering you that? Why me, who ain't 6 feet? I might make 6 figures, but anywho, who ain't. Well, I can't say that. I can't speak on me. I'm a little different, but I'm just saying they might say certain things, and I'm able to obtain. We're going to take me off the table because I don't want to get beside myself. All right? Okay, anyway, because I don't want to get thrown off. Anyway, I want to understand what we're doing in these situations, because so many people will say, boom, 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 but you ain't that. Become the best version of yourself. Become the person that you say that you want. I don't see the results. And I want to give this man kudos, because for life, now these conversations, these hard conversations is being had as a result of this gentleman. This is a fact. Hypergamy, different things people didn't know nothing about. They taking it and run with it. They trying to be him. You won't be him. You wish you could be. Nah. That's a genius. And ain't none gonna come behind him. It's gonna be a few that try. You know, we all gotta do us. I'm just pushing the line on, first of all, help putting things into perspective. That's one. Doing better with yourself, that you can become the best version of yourself. Walk with me, which is what I've done and what I'm continuing to do until the casket drop. Okay? And I'm gonna keep it raw, authentic, and real with you. As real as I can be. In the land of, y'all see all this, this is a smoke screen out here. In the land of the smoke screen, I'm trying to cut through to you. You know what I'm saying? So what we doing? Isn't anything wrong with paying 100% of the bills? Not at all. However, it's some other things that got to balance that 100% out. Otherwise, it become a problem. Now, let me ask you something. Y'all know for a fact. Let me ask you a quick question. Beyonce, she got more money than you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You broke. I know you broke. You broke. Now, they claim to be Beyonce's, but you're not. Anyway, do you think Jay-Z is just paying for everything? If so, what's Beyonce's purpose? Because she got money to help get nannies. She traveling. She got money to take care of. What's her purpose in this man's kingdom and they family structure and they family dynamic? What's her purpose if Jigga just paying for everything? 100%. Like what KS just said, the Godfather. What's her purpose in life? She gonna act. She gonna do her shows. She gonna nurture the kids. That's it? That's it? With all that money, you think he just spending, and she just ain't doing nothing with hers because she making money? Nah, we talking about people with money, so we don't have to go down and talk about people without money. We talking about people with money. Beyonce most definitely, I ain't in their business. I ain't got to be in their business. But I understand the dynamic of how things work. She most definitely contributing to the family dynamic and their legacy outside of nurturing and all that other shit. Monetary contributions also is in effect. So if billionaires can sit up and talk about how we finna spend this money, even if he's saying, baby, I wish I would make you pay a bill. We got billions. She still got her money going to some sort of legacy for these kids. That's still contributing to the legacy of the family, to the legacy of what they built. Funky. You hear me? Because people be running around acting like, all right, my lady I make 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. My lady make half or double what I make. And it's good because I ain't frivolous with the money. I got low, whatever I'm trying to do, I got low interest rates. I'm not maxing out credit cards. I'm doing everything under the sun to make sure I'm balanced. So I'm always sitting on cash. So money ain't an issue. What's she doing with hers? That's just a question. I'm just asking a question. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I ain't done nothing else. I'm asking a simple question. It's just a question. That's it. I'm asking you a question. Where yours going? If he committing himself to taking care of everything, where yours going? That's all I want to know. He taking care of the kids. He taking care of the bills in the house. He taking care of your bills. He taking care of you. That Jaguar you got outside, that Audi you got outside, that Range Rover you got outside, that's costing you $1,000 a month for a note and insurance, he taking care of that. But that's a little too much, but we just gonna put a rough figure on it because we put some nice pieces out there. We put some nice whips out there. You had a Toyota then maybe, but I got a nice piece. Anywho, he taking care of all that. Your nails don't cost that much. Your toes, your hair, he might be taking care of all that. Where your money going? If your man tell you right now, and you are active participant in society, what is you doing with your money? Because he's stacking, saving, taking care of everything. What are you doing? Where your money going? Tell me about the 100 that we spending now. Because we spending the 100. We taking care of everything. What you doing? The house clean, because we ain't dirty people. We gonna get it junky, but the house clean. I got a maid coming in. What you doing? We travel, we eating out a lot. You cooking? How much you cooking? Whew. Now, this is a real conversation that we having. And I know I'm tripping, but I'm asking, and I'm gonna keep it going. That's gonna be the next hashtag. But I wanna ask you a question. What are we doing? Are we paying 100%? What are we doing? Give me an answer right now. Speak on it. All right. Hashtag what we doing, man. Now we on to the next. We on to the next. This is called Keep Going. The Keep Going segment is you always gonna have somebody or something or both. Most of the time it's both. There's always something trying to keep you down. Whether the bills is coming, that's somebody too. That's Uncle Sam or anybody else. But whether the bills is coming, whether the car break down, whether the kids is at school having a bad day, whether the spouse or the girlfriend or the significant other having a bad day, it's always gonna be some. And the main one is your hating ass buddies on the phone. Your hating ass buddies on the phone talking about you because they weak, lazy, and ain't on shit. And they feel, man, he over there. Man, bro, if I could sit in front of this camera and talk to you about keep going, y'all gonna learn my story as I go. I ain't gonna just give it to you because I don't even want to hurt your feelings because you think you going through. You ass ain't never even been in a wheelchair. How you going through? But I'm just gonna tell you, keep going. All right? Let's go check her out.
It's a privilege to be able to have like the traditional lifestyle with the woman or the man staying home, doing the stay-at-home person thing, and the other one working and being able to provide. Why would you say that's a privilege?
Because most people do not find a partner that is financially responsible enough or financially capable enough or willing to work hard enough to do that.
So the definition of privilege is a special right, advantage, or immunity granted or available only to a particular person or group.
Right.
How?
Because you are my wife and you have the privilege of staying home and doing the things that you're doing. And it is a privilege. It's a special thing that you get because you married a man who's capable of doing those things.
So I do agree that it's a privilege for me. In saying that like a man providing that lifestyle, I don't view that as a privilege. Like the man being able to provide that as a privilege for the man.
It's
Because
not.
the man has worked to get to that point.
Right, no, it's not a privilege for
Okay.
the man. It's a privilege for the woman.
Okay. I wanted to make sure because that's
Yeah.
where I was hung up on that. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't understand how a man providing that is a privilege.
It's not. It's a flex to us.
Yeah, I would say it's a flex.
It is definitely laying the dick on the table and being
Yeah.
like, I fucking am better than most of the men in this room because my wife doesn't have to get her hands dirty.
Mm-hmm.
That my wife doesn't go to work and submit to another person.
Yeah.
That my wife submits to me in our household and to God. And to know that we have the fucking dynamic that we have. And she doesn't have to worry about shit. I handle that. Like, we discussed that last night on the live stream.
So they basically speaking on privilege and how, see, I'm correlating that to if you keep going, certain things in your life will change, right? You start out making a little paper, $10 an hour, you start out. Now, it's stipulations to this start out because you're going through a trial process. You started at $10 an hour, right? 4 months, you work for $10 an hour. And I'm like, man, $10. But in 4 months, because you made that commitment, the job hire you. They automatically put you to $20 an hour. You still down, right? But in 2 years, they make you whatever part of that job is getting a salary of $80,000, and from there you can build. Your max may be the sky's the limit is what I learned. A lot of people will absolutely shit on that. But I just gave you a scenario that's real. But because people don't want to put the work in and they don't want to keep going, they'll stop and give me every excuse in the world why they can't do this. You know how many people I talk to on the phone and they'll tell me some shit like this here? Well, I don't make enough money to save. Foolish statement. I don't make enough. I can't afford to. No, you make enough. You mismanage and you ain't sacrificing. What I learned, this very important part of the podcast. This is a very important part of the podcast. It ties everything together. It's the keep going part. A lot of us need to be motivated. I also met people who was right here trying to get there, but because they just had so different things standing in their way, so much negativity influencing them, they said, well, I don't really. No, I told them, listen, the moment you choose to stop is the moment that you needed to get to the next step. So long as you don't stop and you keep going, you're going to jump from right here to right there, and then you're going to feel something. You're going to feel it, and it's going to fill your ass up, and you're going to say, okay, I see that. Let me do this. $10 ain't no money. It ain't the money, though. It's the sacrifices you made to get through them 4 months to get to that 20. And then once you get to that 20, you managing, you staying consistent, you staying committed. All this is emphasis on keep going. Don't stop. Boom. On to the next. I got a crazy keep going story when it comes to this podcast. It's crazy. People put you down. People talk down on you. Oh, your mics ain't working. I got a mic. I got a cover coming next week. They working on them. Y'all gonna see it. I ain't gotta talk to you. It's elevation, okay? Your background ain't right. Your clothes ain't right. Your beard crooked. You wear this out. Your jewelry, your ice fake. People gonna do all they can to Joe. Yeah, that's a Chicago term. You heard me? Joe, phone them, on phone them. Anyway, I'm tapped in. But anyway, I said to myself, oh, they doing that, but I'm going to do this. Now I'm 15 million. I want to say thank you to everybody that was a piece of shit. No, I ain't got to do that. But anyway, I'm happy because the keep going story that I'm going to present is going to go over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I got it. Sponsorship, endorsements, everything is going. And I ain't gonna lie to you. They say a team of 3 or better. I'm gonna be honest. Can anybody say 2 times? A team of 2. A team of 2. And the takeover is real. It's right here. Facts. A team of 2. You hear me what I said? A team of 2. You stay consistent. You keep going. You out of here. Don't let them lie to you. They'll lie to you. They will lie to you, and they'll tell you something different. As if that's the truth. That's not the truth. A team of 2. And keep going. My story of keep going is ugly. Did you ever stop and gave up? And when you think about it, you want to get back to it, but you don't? You stopped. All you got to do is keep going on. You cannot get the house built if you stop at the stairs. If you put the stairs up, you get to walk up. You cannot get the house built. You can't get it built if you stop. In order to get the house built, you got to do what you call completion. You got to complete the task. Focus on something. Implement. Stay consistent. Put steps in place. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, complete. You got to keep going. Privilege come over time, right? Look, I go downtown. I pull up. I hop out. Pull up, hop out. I walk to the door. Excuse me, sir. No jump shoes allowed. You can't wear hats. You got an athletic apparel on you. Okay. Let me do like what they asking me to do. Let me build a relationship. Let me give some incentive. This may take a few weeks. This may take a few hours. It may take a few minutes, depending on who you're dealing with. But are you willing to keep going to access this privilege that's about to come? Boom. I come again. Oh, you want to be how you want to be. Okay. Let me go up in here. Let me be a gentleman and a scholar, and let me be respectful. And don't leave the best part out. Young moonlight, baby. Let me spend a few dollars. After so many times of that, it becomes a privilege. Man, look who coming. Hey, what's up, bro? We got you. Come on through, man. You good, man. We got you a section. Because of I put the work in and where I come from and the respect that I gave, it ain't about the money. It ain't just about the money. You can walk up to a party, you got all the money in the world, they'll put you out on your head, you disrespectful. It's about how you carry it. It's about how you interact with people. Boom. And those things that once was this turned into this because you kept going and you did it the right way. It become a privilege. Now people feel privileged to have you in the spot, and you are privileged because you're able to carry yourself up to this spot a certain way. See that? That shit wasn't rocket science. It wasn't difficult. You right there with it. You right there with it. Because you did the KG. You kept going. And you keep going. You cannot win that Super Bowl if you give up on game 13. And you finna let the Detroit Lions put their foot up in your... Then you wrong because you gave up and you stopped. See, this the segment that where we gotta steady re-encourage, steady motivate, steady reinforce our stance and our premise. You can't stop. They gonna hate on you. They gonna hate on you. Man, don't nobody wanna hear what you talk. Oh, they gonna hear? This is what I learned. Let me explain something to you if you don't understand basic math. It's 7 billion people in this world. 7 billion. If you get not even 1%, 0.0000001%, how many thousands of people is that? Those thousands of people is just like you. Those thousands of people love you. Those thousands of people are strangers that don't know you. And when I mean they just like you, they genuinely in their heart want to see you win. And if you're a solid real, you want to see people win too. It ain't a lot of people like that. Because, you know, you out there and you hate. We not talking about y'all. We talking about the real people that want to see you win. With those few little couple of percentages in that billion, guess what that do to your life? Change your life. So you could talk about that rap over there all day long and you broke. You could talk about that comedian over there all day long and you broke. You could talk about that school teacher. You could talk about that podcaster. It's a new world. They gave us new opportunities. They gave us new lines. We gained new alliances. We built a new relationship. It's a technological era. This is where we at. So you gonna sit your ass there and complain about what you ain't got, or you gonna come over here and join me and you gonna keep going. I told you I was going. I kept going. I keep going. I told y'all this, and I'm gonna continue to tell you. Listen, tomorrow I'll be back. I might wear these. I might not. I might wear these. I don't know. I might wear these. I might wear these tomorrow. But I'm going to be back with a new pair of glasses. I'm going to change this hat. Okay? It's about time I get my hair did, so I'm going to go get my hair did. I'm going to change the jacket. I'm going to have another jacket on, or a shirt, or whatever I choose to have. You know, I'm going to have to change the watch. My nails are a little on the light side, so I'm going to go get a manicure. That's tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm going to brush my teeth because I do that 2 to 3 times a day with baking soda. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. See, let me tell you what keep going there while I'm talking about teeth. Let's talk about hygiene real quick. Check this out. Now, I was doing so much content, reading and studying and just looking at things, I found out that when you brush your teeth with the toothpaste, you really don't supposed to gargle with water and rinse and spit that out. See, follow me. We didn't know this. When you brush your teeth, you supposed to let the ingredients from the toothpaste fight the plaque. Fight the gingivitis, because you've been talking so much, I know your breath stink. See, mine ain't stinking, because I'm brushing my teeth twice a day. And you can brush your tongue if you got any balls about yourself. You can brush your tongue. You know, you leave that in there, and it fight all them germs you got up in your mouth. I know you ain't know that. I know I just taught you something. So I hit it with the baking soda. Bing, 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 bing. But because that baking soda got that chalk in it, it's gonna pull, it's gonna get you right. Now you come back because it got a taste out this world that you don't like. So you come back with the little slight toothpaste, boom, 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 boom. You don't rinse it out with water, and you just let all that attack all them germs in your mouth because you ate wrong. You ate wrong. I saw you eating wrong. I know you ate wrong. You ate wrong. But you do that, boom. So that's adding value. This is what happens when you keep going. Is you gonna keep going? So you can obtain some privilege to make your lady feel privileged. If you keep going, you might have a lady that demands a certain type of lifestyle. She want to eat healthy, so you got to go to Whole Foods. So you going over there to them high cholesterol and high fructose, where we all eat all the wrong stuff. Your lady might be like, you know what, baby, I'm cooking for us. I'm going to cook us healthy meals on a regular basis, and then we might have 1 or 2 cheat days. What? That's a lifestyle? Yeah, and that bill over there at Whole Foods might be a $1,200, $1,500 bill. Okay, here you go. But she nurturing you. She adding value. She thinking about your future. This is what we all need. But we live fast. And we do what we want to do. And we don't want to listen to nobody. And our bodies is so precious. It take them 50 to 60 to 100 years of abuse. And they still don't shut down. They still be fighting. So imagine you got that young lady over there giving you Whole Foods. Cooking you up some, I'm talking about the best grease. Not that buttery. No. Olive oil. Some good grease. Balanced out. adding that nice old, good old oregano, whatever she want to add to, whatever spices they more natural, and you eating good and you feeling good. See, it's one thing to look good, but if you eating good, ain't nowhere in hell you ain't feeling good. Unless you did. I'm talking about health-wise. I ain't talking about mental-wise, because we all go through some things that can tap on our mental. Even with that, you know, I just was listening to something, and they was having Monique and Shaq. I just did a reaction on that. Shaq say when he ain't opening up to no woman, and Monique was like, well, how you gonna be a... See, everybody got their perspective, but you got to lay the premise out for the person to feel like they can be right there with you. At the end of the day, we men and women, so we differ. And there's certain things we just gonna have to accept from each other, and that's what give us that balance. But when I wanna force you to be me and you wanna force me to be you, we got a problem. We got a problem. And it's gonna continue to be a problem till you wake up. But I'm gonna need you to keep going, so you can have some privilege. You might not be pretty, okay? You might not have pretty privilege. You might not have high status privilege. But guess what you can do? You can keep going to a point where can't nobody tell you no. Yeah. They can look at you and be like, no, sir, you can't. Imagine somebody, you walking up to somewhere and they telling you no. And tomorrow you own that place where they work at, and now they work for you. Imagine that. I know that shit just went over your head, and I'm going to let you live right there with that. I'm going to let you live with that. But at the end of all that, I'm going to need you to keep going. Say it with me. Hashtag, keep going.
Masters lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, bootless, this city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a semi truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not sorry, can't trust what they say. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not sorry, can't trust what they say.
And right now, guess what you could do? www.thebiggerplay.com. That's that website you need to go to right now. Access that merch. It's going to be a different type of merchandise. Some you never seen in your life. Tap in, fucking.